Hey guys, welcome back to the Crystal Lens. It's your girl Crystal coming at you today with my 1 year update on my healthy lifestyle journey. I asked a few of you guys on Instagram if you were interested in seeing this. I think it was I asked about a month ago, and everybody said yes. So I'm here to make that video for you guys. So I wanted to really talk about this because it's something that I have been very transparent about. I have been transparent when it comes to dealing with me losing weight. My weight fluctuates all the time. And the first time I lost weight using keto, the keto diet. And I did actually do a separate video on that I think it was about 2 years ago. And the keto diet, I find absolutely nothing wrong with it. It does give you very fast results, but if you're not going to stay on the keto diet, you need to have some type of transition plan, you guys. You can't just go from keto and then just eating whatever. You're going to gain the weight back rather quickly. So, and I'm saying that based off experience. I didn't have a transition plan from keto to a regular diet. I just kind of started doing whatever, and I literally gained all of my weight back. The weight was distributed differently this time around. Like the first time around when I lost weight, I was coming off of like a year postpartum. So my weight was like heavy in the belly. But the second time after I lost weight and then gained it after keto, it was kind of distributed differently. So you can tell that I gained weight, but it didn't look anything like the first time around. So yeah, so if you want to do keto, I definitely would recommend it. But I think for myself, I have to stick to more of a workout routine and eating right. That just works for me. I love the way that my body looks from working out and eating right as opposed to just dieting. I felt like I looked a lot more slim, like skinny. I lost a lot of my curves and everything from keto, but this time around, I really love the way I look. So I have a few talking points that I want to go into. So weight loss in general. How much weight did I lose? So I started last year, like everybody else did. We kind of started the year going into a pandemic and having to be quarantined. And I started around 200 pounds. I say around 200 because I believe I was a little heavier than that, but I just say 200. And I started the beginning of the pandemic, you guys, eating terribly. I was eating so bad. I have mentioned this quite a few times that my weakness is French fries, potatoes in general. I love, love, love French fries. So I was literally eating those every single day, which is terrible. Not to mention, you have to season fries and everything and have ketchup. So I was just terrible. So one day I was just I have to kind of get a hold of this, because if not, and like I said, this was early in quarantine. We quarantined starting in March. So probably a month into quarantine, I was just yeah, this isn't good. I need to figure out something. So I first started with just changing my eating habits. So I did start with intermittent fasting. I think that's the best way to really get a diet kick-started, is to just start with intermittent fasting. You guys aren't familiar with intermittent fasting, I have mentioned this before, but basically it's when you eat during a certain block of time. So I always do the 16-8, which means that I only have an 8-hour window to eat, and during those other 16 hours I can't eat. So I started off with that, and I also changed up what I was eating. So I made sure I was having eggs. I might do some bacon, but I had cut out a lot of carbs in the beginning of my diet. I wasn't eating as much bread. I wasn't eating potatoes, a lot of different vegetables and things like that. So after a month of changing my diet, I decided to start working out on a daily basis. When I first started out, I was doing Chloe Ting workouts. which at the beginning I think they suited me better because she doesn't really use weights. She does a lot of stuff of cardio or just using your body weight. You're not really using anything. And I felt like that was the best way for me to start off. So yeah, I was doing her workouts every day, eating right. I also started, once the weather started getting nice last year, I started going for jogs and runs around the neighborhood. That was really good. If anybody knows, cardio is definitely a good way to lose weight. There were a few months where I went vegan. I had been doing a lot of different vegan meals, cutting out like everything that, you guys know what a vegan is, I'm assuming. But yeah, I went vegan for about, I think we did like 2 months of being vegan. And that was really great. And honestly, I still kind of have sometimes where I will revert back to vegan lifestyle. Like I may do like a week or 2 of just eating strictly vegan because I do like the way it makes my body feel. I do like the energy that I have when eating vegan. So yeah, I definitely still incorporate that into my lifestyle. Later on last year, I did start eating out a lot more, and I wouldn't say that it was like bad eating out. It was just, I was just going out a little more socially. So I was eating out a lot, and I had to make sure that I was doing exercises to kind of offset that me eating out so much. So what I did was, if I knew that I was eating out, I just would still do intermittent fasting. But if I knew I was going to eat whatever I wanted to, I wouldn't eat up until that time that I planned to go out. So basically, like if I'm going out to dinner or to lunch, like if I'm going out to dinner at 5 or 6, or if I'm going out to lunch at 2 or 3, I won't eat up until that time. Now dinner, if it's going to be like a 5 or 6 o'clock dinner, I will, normally eat around, like I would say 12 o'clock, and it'll normally be something light. So I normally do like my yogurt and granola with some fruit, just something really light, so that I'm just not eating like my body. All right, so I don't want you guys to think I'm starving myself, because I'm not. I'm just saying that if I know that I'm going to eat a large meal or something, I typically just watch what I'm eating during the day, so I can essentially pick out later on in the day, if that makes any sense. Honestly, doesn't even allow me to overeat, but that's what I had to do to adjust to that, because you guys, you still have to, even when you lose weight, you still have to be conscious of what you're eating, what you're putting into your body. And I didn't want to completely say, oh, I lost my weight so I can eat whatever I want to eat and then work out, because then it's just like I'm kind of just working out to kind of break even with the eating. And I didn't really want to do that. I still wanted to see results. I was still working on trying to get abs and tone my legs and all those other things. So I still had to be mindful of that. As far as the workouts go, I changed the eating up. So the workouts, I noticed, like with Chloe Ting, they were starting to I wasn't really feeling like I was getting a good workout in. Granted, at first I was, but now that I was more fit, I felt like I needed more of a challenge. So one of my friends told me about Sydney Cummings, and I was like, okay, well, let me see, what she's about. So I go to her workout, and I love every single one of her workouts. Ever since my friend introduced me to her, she's literally all I use, because she has so much of a variety of workouts that it's just like she posts one workout every day. So it's like I'm never repeating the same thing, or she has her programs already lined out for the month. She goes from back and forth from body weight to weights to what do you call those things, you guys? I just had like a complete brain fart. The you guys, the elastic bands, if I remember the actual name, I don't know why I can't think of it, I'll put it on the screen. But just different tools you can use in your home to work out. And I'm not a big gym person. I'll go, but I like to do things in my home. So if I have to go buy weights or whatever, I'll do that. And I really just enjoyed the fact that even though this was an at-home workout, I felt like I was going to the gym, like lifting the weights, going from not being able to do push-ups to, you know, now I can do them with ease. I'm not going to say I'm a pro, because I'm not, but I'm definitely better at them. And just the way she explains everything, like you could be doing a move and she will stop and say, hey, do it like this, not like this. And you would think that she's like watching you, because 9 times out of 10 you were doing it wrong, and she just stops and says, hey, you're supposed to do it this way. So I really enjoy that about her, and I really enjoy, like, at the end of her workouts, her positive affirmations at the end. She's very encouraging, very like upbeat, very fun, and I just really enjoyed that with her workouts. So if you guys are looking for workouts, anybody that asks me, I always recommend Sydney Cummings, because she's really, really good. And she has a whole archive of all the workouts you want. And another thing that I like is that she doesn't advertise her workouts like get a round butt or get that 11-pack abs, or you know, she's not focusing on like you making your waist smaller and this and that. She's just really focusing on like, okay, we're going to tone your legs, or this is a agility workout, or this is a strength workout. And you know, if that workout is going to help with certain things, she will definitely say it in the video, but it's not like kind of like the clickbaity stuff. It's like I really feel like she's my personal trainer, y'all. If you can't tell. But like I said, I definitely recommend her to you guys. I'll definitely link her information below. Not like she needs me to, because she already has like over 1 million followers, but I just really like her. And I think I was trying to tell y'all how much weight I lost, and I don't know how I got sidetracked, but like I said, I started at about 200 pounds. Today, I am currently at 168 pounds. My lowest weight that I got to during this year was 162 pounds, but when I started lifting weights and stuff, my weight actually went up to 168 pounds. So I like the way I look at 168 pounds. I don't really want to lose any more weight. Like, I'm just toning, and I'm at my happy weight. As far as food goes, I have times where I like to cook all week. Like, I will cook and make different dishes and stuff. And then I have some times where I'm like, I'm not cooking anything, and I will order us some food. Like, and that's pretty normal, you guys. Like, I just like to tell people to be realistic. Sometimes you do have to stick to a strict diet. A lot of times when you want to lose weight, you do need to stick to a strict diet, but I've gotten to a point where it's just like, I know my body, and I know what I can and can't eat. I know where there's flexibility, and you just learn that over time. So there'll be a week where literally, you guys, I think it was a couple of weeks ago, I had Chick-fil-A 3 times that week. And I wasn't eating like salads and stuff. I was eating like chicken sandwiches and chicken tenders, because it was just like, I didn't feel like cooking. My body definitely noticed that, you know, I wasn't eating right. So, you know, I didn't necessarily gain weight, but I was feeling bad, because during that time I was still working out every day, but I'm not giving my body the nutrients that it needs. So I find that I do give myself some days where I'm going to go out to eat, and I'm going to, you know, I still have my Chick-fil-A, because I cannot get rid of Chick-fil-A. But I'm still making sure that, you know, I'm still getting the nutrients in between. Like, I'm still giving myself smoothies. I'm still getting those, you know, vegetables and those fruits and stuff in there. And I make sure I heavily intake water. Like, if you guys don't know anything about weight loss, or if you want to remember one thing from this video, it is make sure you're drinking water. It's not water. Okay, people make it seem like if you drink a whole bunch of water, that's going to make you lose weight. But what the water is really doing is just making sure that it's going through your digestive system and getting all of those toxins and stuff out. Like, you want to have regular bowel movements. You want to make sure you're fully hydrated, and when your body isn't doing those things, it tends to hold on to a lot of waste and stuff. So that's why you're drinking so much water. Not to mention, it does also help with your skin. Now, let's Let's take out the people that really do have just acne issues in general, that it doesn't matter how much water they drink or what they eat, they still have acne. But a lot of people notice that when they drink more water, cut out a lot of sugar, cut out a lot of carbs and starch and all of that, that their skin is better. I haven't typically had skin issues, like as far as acne. I just have hyperpigmentation, like, around my eyes and my mouth and everything, but I've never had like a problem with actual acne. Thankfully to my mom has always put me onto skincare from a very, I think she started me in like middle school, where she was buying me face wash and stuff, making sure I took care of my skin. So thankfully I've never had a big issue with acne, but I do believe that water helps, increasing your water intake, cutting out a lot of sugar. I don't drink soda. If I do have a soda occasionally, it will either be ginger ale, or I do like the D&G pineapple ginger beers. But other than that, I'm not really drinking soda. And I do drink a lot of water and lemon. Another thing that I do, and I've done this within the last 2 months, is I've stopped drinking coffee actually since 2020. I don't drink coffee anymore. I do drink tea, just different types of tea or whatever, but I've also incorporated drinking smoothies in, green smoothies. So different types, you guys. And if you guys want me to do a separate video on what kind of smoothies I drink, like what ingredients I use, all fresh ingredients and all of that stuff, then let me know in the comment section down below. But yeah, so after I do my workouts every morning, I do opt for a green smoothie, and I noticed that helps my I didn't really have a bowel movement issue in general. I never really had one, just depending on, like, if I decide to have ice cream or dairy or something, most times my stomach just doesn't like it. That's why I had to actually switch over to almond and oat milk. But yeah, I drink the smoothies. They really help with, first of all, energy. Like, I notice my energy is a lot more when I drink the smoothies. And also I feel like it's been helping my skin a lot more. Like I said, like, it's not necessarily acne wise, but I just noticed my skin is a lot softer. My pores aren't as big and things like that. I just know that when you take care of your body on the inside, it always comes out on the outside. And that was my biggest thing for even wanting to start a healthier lifestyle. I feel like a lot of people start out with, I just want to lose weight, or I just want to lose 10 pounds, or I want to lose 20 pounds. But when you really get into it, you just realize that I just like to feel good about myself. And feeling good about myself is when I can just wake up and just be full of energy and not feel sluggish. Or, you guys, I live on the 4th floor of my apartment complex, and it's like a bunch of stairs to go up. It's a whole bunch of stairs, and it's nice that I can go up the stairs, even though when I get to the top, I am still very tired. Not tired, but it's just like I gotta catch my breath. But being able to go up the stairs and just be like, okay, cool, like, that was just another workout, like, I feel good, instead of being like, oh my gosh, I can't get up the stairs. Like, it's just a difference when you're able to really just do active stuff. Like, I can go outside with my son and run around with him and not be winded, or I can just do a lot of different things and just still feel some type of youth. I'm not saying it's like I'm old, because I'm not old at all, but when you have so much weight on you, it can sometimes make you feel like you're old. Like, I was just getting so big last year to the point where, like, I was feeling it in my joints. Like, my knees were hurting, my back was hurting, and I already have back issues because when I had an epidural during my pregnancy, my back has never been the same. But that even lessened up when I lost weight. And it just makes a difference, you guys, when you're healthy and when you live a healthier lifestyle and you're intentional about what you're putting into your body. I can't say it enough. I can't really say it enough. It's just, you really have to if it's one thing that I can really say to give you guys some type of motivation when losing weight, I'm pretty sure, like, I can insert a bunch of pictures of the way that I used to look to the way that I look now. When it comes to weight loss, it's you guys, you really just have to have the mindset of, like, I just want to be healthy, not I want to lose weight, and then you're checking the scale every 2 days and discouraging yourself, because that's not going to work out for you guys. It's not. And anybody will tell you that has lost weight, like, don't focus on the scale, just focus on the way that you feel. Like, how do you feel when you're eating this, or how do you feel after that workout that you did? Do you feel good? You know, how do you feel internally? Like, how is your digestive system going? Are you regularly having bowel movements throughout the day? You know, how do you feel? So I really just want you guys to take that away, especially like my mommies. I have a few moms, like, on social media that really, like, message me and say, like, hey, I'm just glad to, like, you know, see you doing this. It gives me a little motivation. Not even just moms in general, like, just friends that are just, like, you know, it just gives you encouragement when you see somebody. Like, you guys may not have thought that I was big before, but I was pretty big. And just seeing the transformation, it just helps other people, and I'm really glad that I'm able to do that, because I just want people to know in general, like, losing weight is just really, it's in your mind. Like, if you take control over your mind, and, you know, a lot of times when it comes to losing weight, you know, like, I had to pray. Like, I had to really pray for the strength, because, like, I just like to eat. And there's nothing wrong with eating, but you just can't, like, overdo it. Like, you just need to have control of your body. You need to have self-control. And yeah, that's what I had to learn, you guys. So I think that's all I wanted to talk about. If I didn't hit everything, you guys, just comment down below, ask me questions or whatever, and maybe I can do, like, another Q&A video where you guys ask me questions and I answer them for you. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know, let's see, if you have a weight loss goal. What is it, or what do you plan to do to jumpstart your weight loss? Or even if you're not trying to lose weight, if you just want to have a healthier lifestyle, like, what are your plans on, you know, achieving that? Comment that down below. Don't forget to like this video, share with your friends, subscribe, you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.